Welcome to Core and More. Good morning. For our warm up, we're going to start with cat and cow. So you can make your way onto all fours with hands directly below shoulders, knees below knees below hips. We'll take an inhale to drop the belly down, lift the gaze, lift the tailbone. And an exhale to press through the palms, round out the spine and pull the shoulder blades apart. Another big inhale to drop the belly down, lift the gaze. And a big exhale to round out the spine, pull the shoulder blades apart. Go through 2 to 3 more rotations at your own pace, matching movement to breath. You take your time, just really exaggerating that movement. Starting to warm up the back, the spine. Feel free to add in any additional movements that feel good, maybe kind of shaking side to side. Whatever you need this morning. All right, when you're done with 2 to 3 and you're feeling ready to move on, you can make your way to a neutral spine. Maybe take some time just to roll the wrists out. Take a few deep breaths. Good, and we'll begin some hip circles. So kind of sitting back and circling our way around. Just shifting our body forward, backward. We'll switch directions, same motion, just shifting back, forward, and as big as you want to make it. Starting to activate the glutes, stretch out the hips, all those good things. Good. All right, can find some stillness. From here, we're going to move into some push-ups and a stretch back into child's pose. So you can stay on the knees or go up on the toes if you'd like. Hands are shoulder width apart. We'll slowly start to lower down, putting the elbows by your sides. Exhale to press. And then we'll stretch it back to child's pose. You can stay here as long as you like. When you're feeling ready for another one, you can shift forward. Then same thing, lowering down to the mat. Exhale, press, and stretch it back. And please move at your own pace here. Spend about 15 more seconds. Starting to warm up the shoulders, the chest. Get a nice stretch in the process. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. All right, you can take a seat. Final warm-up exercise will be roll-ups. So working the core and getting a stretch. Win-win. We're going to start completely flat on the ground. We'll slowly just roll up, reach towards the toes for a nice hamstring stretch. Feel free to hang out here. And we're going to slowly, slowly, slowly roll all the way back down to the mat, nice and flat. You can keep moving at your own pace. And if you want to hold that stretch at the top longer, you certainly can. And try to keep it as slow as we can as we lower down. Spend about 15 more seconds here. Good. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew. All right, now we are a little warm, a little stretched. We're going to start off our first set. So we're going to be on our backs, starting completely flat, how I left you off. And we have scissor crunches. So kind of a similar movement to start. We're going to slowly just sit up and lift one leg up, and nice and slow on the way down. You can always try to sit up even higher. The goal is just to get the shoulder blades off the mat, but if you want an extra challenge this morning, you can sit up all the way and just keep it slow on the way down. So we have 45 seconds here, plenty of time. We'll begin in 3, 2, 1, here we go. And this is a slow exercise. There's no rush. You can sit up as far as comfortable Just really focusing on what muscles we're engaging, using the core to lift the leg, lift ourselves up, and control on the way down. We have 15 seconds left here. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you can relax. Next up, we're gonna flip onto one side. We have some side planks. So always an option to hold a side plank. So you can go either on the knee with that bottom leg at 90 degrees and that top foot will kind of lift, support us and hold here. You can also lift and hold on the toes. And my extra option for a little challenge today is gonna be a side plank crunch and reach. So starting with that similar or same position, except arms gonna be lifted overhead. We're going to crunch towards that knee, then lift back out. And you can do this either on the knees or on the toes for an even bigger challenge. So I'll let you pick what you're feeling this morning. We have 30 seconds here, so a little bit shorter. We'll begin in 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. And crunch and reach. Just trying to keep that hip lifted as much as we can off the mat. Always an option to hold instead of adding this movement. Either way, we're working the core, working the obliques. This is our goal. We have 10 seconds left. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you can relax. We'll flip over onto our front before we hit that second side. We have some bird dogs. So our variation on bird dogs today, we're going to start on all fours, just like our cat and cow. We'll lift the arm, opposite arm and leg out. We'll bring it out diagonally, pull it back, and then set it down. So again, out or lift, out diagonal, back in, and set down. We have 45 seconds here, beginning in 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Lifting out, lifting it diagonally as far as comfortable. Working to keep yourself as balanced as you can in the center. It's a fun play on the classic bird dog. A little extra challenge with that movement out. 15 seconds left here. And final 10. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You can finish it out. Good. We'll make our way onto the other side, back to side plank. Same options as last time. You can hold, you can crunch from the knees or from the toes. But I'll encourage you to set up the same way you did last time. You have 30 seconds, beginning in 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Same lifting up, keeping that hip lifted off the mat. Option of adding that crunch or holding strong. Already over halfway through. Try to lift the hip up a ½ inch higher, 10 seconds. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you can relax. We'll lower back onto our backs. Back to scissor crunch where we started. So laying completely flat to start. And again, we're lifting one leg up as we kind of roll ourselves off the mat. We'll begin in 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. And just trying to get the shoulder blades off the mat. Also an option if you want to sit up a little bit higher. Just make sure you're nice and controlled on the way down. So you can hear that shake in my voice. Muscles are working. And we have no rush here. Still at 15 seconds to go. Plenty of time. Final 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you can relax. We'll flip onto a side, whatever side you'd like to start the second final round with. For side plank crunch, same options as last time. We'll get started in 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. And either holding that side plank or you can crunch and reach. You have 30 strong seconds here. Nice and slow if you have that movement. 10 seconds left. Bring the hip up a little bit higher. There we go. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. We'll flip onto our fronts. Back to our bird dog with our diagonal reach. We have 45 seconds, beginning in 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So we're lifting our arm out, diagonal reach, pull back in, and lower down. Working to keep the back as flat as we can, drawing belly button towards the spine to give ourselves a stable base to work with too, as we keep ourselves as controlled as possible, as balanced as possible. Good, 15 seconds left. Stand nice and smooth. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. We'll flip onto our other side, final side plank here. Move on to our next round. I encourage you to take the same setup as you did on that first side. We'll get ready in 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's lift up, either hold strong or you can add in that crunch. As long as we're keeping the hip lifted off the floor, off the mat. Here we go, nice and smooth with that motion, and we've no rush. 10 seconds left. Good, final 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you can finish it out, relax. Woo. All right, moving on to our second set of exercises. We have a plank to kick things off, so I'll give us a couple options here. First option is going to be down on the knees, keeping a nice flat back, and we're going to add hip dip, so dipping the hip down towards the ground and pulling back up to the center. Again, getting those obliques fired up. And second option is up on the toes, same positioning, nice flat back. We're dipping hip down, pulling to the center, down, pull to the center. Always an option to hold too if you're not liking that hip dip motion this morning. Totally fine. We'll get started. We have 30 seconds in 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. And either knees or toes, just a little bit of motion, dipping the hip down towards the edge of your mat, pulling back up to the center. You can adjust the feet as needed. Good, 10 more seconds here. Staying strong. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you can stretch it back. Take a brave child's pose, reaching the arms forward. Take one deep breath. Good, and we'll walk the hands up towards us. Make our way to a seat. We're gonna be on our backs for glute bridge. And today we're doing a single leg glute bridge, so I'll give 2 options for our single leg version. So first option is going to be crossing that foot over the knee as we lift and lower, pressing through the heel and trying to keep those hips as level as possible. Second option is keeping it lifted kind of in line with the other leg the whole time as we lift and lower. And if the single leg is not comfortable this morning, feel free to just do classic glute bridge, both feet on the ground, lifting and lowering, pressing through those heels. We have 30 seconds here, beginning in 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. And lift and lower. If you want an extra challenge, don't lower all the way down. Kind of keep an inch or two hover to keep those muscles engaged throughout. Powering up through the heel. 10 seconds left. Good. Final 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you can relax. All right, staying in the same positioning, we're going to go to some tuck and knee extensions. So hands can be right below the hips for support. Knees will start together at 90 degrees. We're going to have a little tuck, kind of pull them in towards the chest, and then either extend one leg out, tuck, one leg out, or you can do tuck and both legs out. Feel free to mix and match between the single leg and double leg option, and with that tuck just going as far as comfortable, just kind of pulling knees towards you, pulling the hips up off the ground for a moment. So we have 45 seconds here, a little bit longer, beginning in 4, 3, 2, 1, here we go. So again, tuck first, and either single leg out, be sure to alternate sides. We can go for that double leg extension. Really focusing on keeping that back grounded down to the mat. Using those hands as support. "15 seconds left. Good. Home stretch. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Ooh, set the feet on the ground. Do some windshield wipers, kind of let the knees fall off to either side. Quick refresher. Now we're going back to glute bridge, hitting that other side. So try to take the same option as you did on that first side. So either double, foot crossed over, or leg lifted. We have 30 seconds, beginning in 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So lifting and lowering and trying to keep the hips as level as possible. Powering up through the heel. And if you want that extra challenge, leave a little space. Don't lower all the way down so those muscles are engaged throughout. We have 10 seconds left. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you can relax. We'll grab behind the knees, take a roll up, or take a couple roll ups if you want a little breather here. And we're back to our plank. So we'll flip on over. Again, we have plank and hip dips, either on the knees, toes, or you can also hold that plank if you're not feeling the movement. We'll get ready here in 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. And just gentle movement, dipping the hip down as far as comfortable, adjusting the feet or the knees as needed. Already over halfway through, staying focused. Final 10 seconds. Awesome work. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we'll take a stretch back, child's pose. Take 2 deep breaths. Good, and we'll slowly walk the hands up towards us and make your way to a seated position, and then all the way down to the mat. Back to glute bridge. And you guys are pros, same options as last time. We'll get ready and situated in 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So lifting and lowering, and powering up through the heel. Make sure those hips are staying as level as possible. 15 seconds left. I'm trying to get up a ½ inch higher. Go, we're almost there. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you can relax. All right. Staying on our backs, we have our tuck and leg extension. Forgot for a moment there. So again, we have our tuck first and then either single leg, or you can go for the double, as long as our back is staying flat, which the hands can help to support the back through this. We'll begin our 45 seconds in 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Just gonna a little tuck first. Extend that knee out or leg out. With that tuck, just getting the hips up off the mat just slightly, as far as comfortable. Really focusing on grounding that back down to the mat. Awesome work. 15 seconds left here. Continuing to breathe through. Final 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you can relax. And we'll just set the feet down, take some windshield wipers, dropping the knees to either side. Just gentle movements. Then we'll get ready for our second side of glute bridge. And trying to take the same option as you did that first round through. We'll get ready for 30 seconds in 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So lifting and lowering, powering up through the heel and trying to keep those hips nice and level as much as we can. Really challenging ourselves here to lift just a ½ inch higher, just a little bit. Squeezing those glutes tight. Home stretch. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you can lower down. We'll bring knees to chest, take a couple rocks side to side. You have time for one more round, different exercises. All right, when you're ready, we'll grab behind the knees and take some roll-ups, as many or as few as you'd like. Moving on to our final round here, we're gonna begin with some push-ups. So a nice slow variation on push-ups. We have negative push-ups today. We'll see how many times I can say push-ups. So you can either be on the knees, and our goal is to lower as slow as we can, keeping the back flat all the way to the mat. And you can press up to reset. You can also do this up on the toes. So again, just lowering as slow as we can go all the way down. You can either be on the toes or knees as we press ourselves up. So we have 45 seconds here, plenty of time. And just like our warm up, if you want to kind of take that stretch back in between or just throw it in every once in a while, that is a-okay. Give those muscles a little break. So pick your option. We'll get ready here in 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So again, lowering slow as we can, pin those elbows to the side, all the way down, and we'll press up to reset. Drag belly button towards the spine, squeeze the glutes. Good. Feel free to play around with knees, with toes. Staying strong all the way through, again, nice and slow. 15 seconds left. Try to slow it down even more. Final 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You can finish it out. Woo, we'll take a nice stretch back. Take a breath. One round of push-ups done. Woo. All right, moving on from that, we're gonna take a seat. We have half rollbacks. So for half rollbacks, feet are gonna be planted on the ground, or you can kind of lift the toes up, whatever is more comfortable. Hands are gonna start out in front of us. We're lifting the chest up nice and tall. We're gonna slowly start to roll back, kind of rounding the upper back, and then sit up nice and tall, lifting ourselves back. You can play around with how far you wanna go down, as long as we can keep those feet in place as much as possible. And again, keep that chest lifted, tall posture. We have 45 seconds here, so plenty of time. We'll get started in 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So again, rolling back, kind of rounding out the upper back. Exhale as we sit up nice and tall. So we're inhaling as we lower down. Exhale as we lift. And take your time with these. And feel free to play around with how far you can get back. And if you fall over, that's okay. No problem with tipping. Means we're working hard, trying new things. Slow and steady. 10 seconds left here. Final 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you can relax. We'll take a butterfly stretch, bring the feet together in the center, pressing down lightly on the knees with elbows, and just take 2 slow breaths, little reset. Good. All right, from here, we are right back to our push-ups. You just have those 2 exercises. We'll go through once more with each, and that'll be it for class. So same options with push-ups, knees, toes, mix and match, and you can also throw in that nice stretch back when you need to. So second final round will begin in 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Lowering all the way to the mat, keeping those elbows tucked in close. Press up strong to reset. And slow, slow, slow is our goal. We're drawing belly button towards the spine throughout, working that core. Good. Don't be afraid to try at least one up on your toes. You can always drop down to the knees if you need to. Just play around with it. This is our home stretch. Final 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done with push-ups. We'll take a quick stretch back. Deep breath. Good. And we'll slowly just flip over, find a seat. We'll finish up class today with our half rollbacks. So again, feet can either be planted flat or you can just keep the heels on the mat, whatever is more comfortable. We'll begin in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Let's lift that chest up tall. Slowly lower down, round out the upper back. Exhale as we sit up and lift. And inhale as we lower down. Exhale, lift. I'm trying to draw the belly button towards the spine, brace that core. Help support us on our way down, on our way up. And don't be afraid to play around with how low you can go. We have 15 seconds left. Keeping that chest tall, relax the shoulders. Try to get one more here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Woo. We'll just get a quick mini stretch here. Butterfly first, pressing on knees lightly, keeping the feet together in the center. Just try to relax the shoulders. Maybe shake them out. Good, we'll take one deep breath. All right, from here, we'll just extend the legs out. We'll actually straighten out that right leg, and the left leg is gonna come up over top. I'm gonna give it a nice hug in towards us, then add a gentle twist. And sitting up tall, and you can use that back hand as support. Take 2 deep breaths as we hold. Good. After the second deep breath, we'll slowly unwind, switch sides. The left leg is straight, right leg comes over top. Give it a nice hug in towards the chest, and then add that gentle twist. Sitting up tall, and try to relax the shoulders. 2 deep breaths. Good, and after that second deep breath, you can slowly unwind. Feel free to get some more stretching on your own. I know that was pretty brief, but all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for joining for Core and More.